Hey guys, welcome back to another Foundry review. We got the next episode of Wandavision ready to go. How's everybody doing? We got Johnny, we got Sly, we got Tony, we got myself. How's
Whoa,
everyone
whoa.
doing?
Whoa, what's going on, fellas?
What?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
Were you guys ready for this episode?
Yeah,
It's a doozy.
it was a lot of shit happened, Didn't like it, but a lot of shit happened for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get into that. I'll be very interested because this one dives in to a lot of backstory stuff. So it'll be interesting to talk about for sure.
Yeah, so last episode
Unrehashed information.
Yeah, I was gonna say, some information we kind of already knew, but we got to see it unfold.
True.
Where did we leave off at the last episode where we got the big baddie revealed to us? Agnes.
Yep, in the basement and everything.
Agatha.
Sounds kinky, but it's not.
Sorry, yeah, Agatha.
Agatha's her real name.
Sorry, I figured.
She even had a catchy song and all.
Yeah, theme song and everything. How do you guys feel about her as a villain? Yeah or nay? Fuck yes, Sly. I hate her.
What?
Isn't she supposed to be a Fantastic Four villain? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
No. I think at one point she's been a thorn in Strange's ass.
Which makes sense.
She knows. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe that's what I was thinking of was Doctor Strange.
it's very possible. She has a very cosmic understanding. It's impressive, but she's been kicking for quite some time.
She's an interesting villain. In the comics, I think she was older looking, and there's some crazy stuff she does that it just makes sense why she's the villain in this. So, yeah, she's not so bad. I don't know. I think they needed a little bit more time to develop her motives and stuff to make it feel more like it was impactful. Because right now it's just I'm evil because I'm evil.
I don't get it.
My motives are I just want to figure out how you're powerful so I can be powerful because I'm evil.
I know when it's it kind of gives me the impression I've actually been under control or something like that, or I don't know yet. Why are you here? She keeps popping out. She's I'm in the director's chair. I'm doing this. I'm evil.
And I killed the dog.
Exactly.
What I've been thinking is she wants power, but I can't help but think, why the hell do you care how she got her power? Just take it.
Yeah.
What do you need to know how Wanda got her
here's
power?
what I need to do. I need to go through years of trauma just like her. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, the episode starts off in Salem, right?
Have a filler episode,
Yeah.
The episode starts off in Salem, right? The witch trials that time.
Yes.
So this woman is hundreds of years old.
Yeah, 1600s, right? That's when the Salem witch trials would
happen. Roughly around then. Yeah, mid-century. So she's had tons of time to study the dark arts. I'm sure she knows just about everything.
Nah, she's a lazy bitch.
Oh my god!
What do you need?
You didn't grind for this us.
You mean a lazy witch, Ken?
Wait, but Sly, what were you saying? Sorry.
I'm big upset that she had the need to go on that bad guy monologue when it was just dude, what? You don't need this. You literally don't need this.
She wants to take the easy way out for sure. She's just, I'm gonna take this power instead of doing it myself, or whatever.
I mean, I feel like Scarlet Witch took the easy way out. She just touched a stone, boom, witch. Agatha. What's her evil name? Agatha.
Agatha Harkness.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to confuse it and get yelled at by fucking Tony. And then Agatha. She worked for it. She studied it and stuff. That intro was hilarious. All right, cool, but that was hilarious. It was just funny to me. Just everyone shooting giant purple beams of jizz at each other and shit like that and yelling. I'm this is fucking fantastic. Not a better. Didn't love this episode. It's fucking awesome.
And then she's just let me take your power. And then they die from old age, kind of
they're just
Indiana Jones style.
They're just beaming her, and they're oh, I'm gonna die. It's okay, well, stop shooting the fucking beams of energy at her if it's gonna kill you.
I am your mother.
They should have done that instead. This episode should have been dedicated to just Agatha and showing off why she got her powers. Give us more story about the villain. We didn't need a recap of Wanda and all this crap that we already knew.
I know, exactly.
I mean,
that's
we
why
could
John
have gone anywhere with
of
that.
every one of her movies.
Yeah.
The only one that's out of her flashback that isn't is when she goes to the facility. That's
Yeah.
the only new info we get.
Which
And
would
like how the vision she gets, that's the only thing that's like, oh, that's
Yep.
cool, nice little Easter egg. But other than that, it's like, yo, we really didn't need to see this because Agatha's poking at essentially saying, yeah, you interacted with an Infinity Stone, but is that really how you got your powers? Like she's speculating that Wanda has always had something in her ever since she was a child, and that starts with Tony Stark's bomb.
Yeah.
Which is that's interesting.
Shrapnel.
Shut up.
Yep.
Was I wrong?
I don't
Damn it.
know.
But anyways, I do agree though. It would have been nice to see a little bit more about Agatha. Like split this episode into maybe 2 parts, more about Agatha, and then like recap this other stuff from the whole episode into like, a few minutes later on. There were some good moments, but I guess we'll get into those as we kind of go through.
It was just they just went about it like a really weird and like a way that they're like, yes, there is an audience and we need to show audience this. I'm like, I don't want a scene like for that. Like I want scenes for these characters. Like I want to watch them behave like in a natural way and not so fucking artificial. I'm like, if you're gonna look through someone's memories, like you'd like since when like why would there be a spell or something like that? Like, oh, I'm gonna gain their knowledge and look at their memories and look at their trauma, but I have to literally sit there and watch it unfold, then add commentary to it. Like, like why wouldn't you just be able to look through their like a filing cabinet or something like that, like through their brain? Like it's just so ridiculous. Like she has to sit there and she has to watch it unfold. And how come when Wanda's watching a lot of these, it feels like that she hasn't even seen them before?
She's treating it like therapy. I mean, she even tells her like, like it's your medicine. Go in there. And it's like, oh my god, like, come
It's
on.
really dramatic.
Yeah.
Uh,
Agatha just feels like comedic relief, especially like at the last memory
Still.
where she's clapping, and it's like, dude, like,
Yeah,
we
she's
don't
like,
need
I'm
this."
evil. Did you forget? And it's like, why are you evil again? Like, literally, why? I still think that Wanda is the evil one here out of everything, even though, like, yeah, I really didn't, like, I was not huge in this episode, but, like, I did enjoy seeing, like, some of the flashbacks. Like, it was cool information, but it's not what we needed for the show.
Yeah.
It was, oh, man, yeah. This one is, like, by the end of it, I mean, like, there was some after credits stuff that was, like, really important to actually move the fucking plot along. I mean, like, what happened to all this? Like, didn't we see at the end of the last episode that, what's her face? Lightning bolt lady, electricity lady?
Rambo.
Rambo, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
She wasn't she going into a basement?
Yeah, and
Yes.
she got bonked in the head. Yeah.
What's her name? Slurpa or Slurpee or something?
Photon.
Photon.
Slurp.
How do you get Slurpee and Photon?
Bro, I don't fucking know. I can't even remember Monica or Maria's name.
This is like Alfred and Arthur.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Shout out to
Ah.
T&D on Bloodborne. Anyways, where we yeah.
Yeah, the first several minutes are just like them talking. Even before they go back into her memories, they're just like talking about her power and stuff, and like her holding her captive a bit in the basement and being like, "Oh, I got you."
Even
that
like
kinda-
at the end, like when she's like she obviously has the kids held hostage. She's like, "Oh, I'm holding them hostage." Like, haven't we established early? Didn't they just establish in a memory that everything that she created is fake? Like, even like everything with Vision so far is fake. Like, it's not real. It's all made up.
yeah, but
right?
she still
I
feels a
mean-
connection, bro.
Now it's established.
But even if it's a connection, like it's like realistically, it's still nothing though.
It's weird to say, but like, this
What
is
if it
totally a
is?
Schrodinger's cat thing. Like, it's both real and not real at the same time. She
Don't say
made it
that around
real.
me.
She
If it-
made those
real to
children,
her.
like, yeah. But like, as soon as they step out of the hex, you're right, they cease to exist. But so long as they're there, they are extremely real. Vision, maybe not so much, but like those two, she legit created. I mean, she freaking gave birth to them, which confuses the shit out of me. But
Like, did she though?
technically, I mean, yeah.
kinda.
How? Who fucked her and put DNA inside of her?
Herself.
She did that to herself. Yeah.
She gave
This
birth
is like
to
some
them just
Zeus
as she
shit where like he
birth
gave
to
birth
Vision.
from his leg. Like this is literally like that, John. Like Greek mythology.
I don't think
type
it's
stuff.
literally like that.
Vision didn't do it. He didn't give her some
That's
robo
what I'm
nut, you know?
fucking saying. Like, how did this
Bro,
fucking happen? How are you gonna say it's
It
real?
came out of her Scarlet Snatch.
Shut up. Anyways, I also had a very big fucking complaint when we saw the flashback where she goes to Sword's office and he's like, "Oh, welcome, come in." She's like, "Let me see the vision." And he's like, "All right." And 5 years later, 5 years fucking later, they're still taking apart the body. I'm like, bullshit. They would have done that a long fucking time ago. Bullshit. They just so happen to be fucking taking apart that body right when she fucking walks in. 5 years later, bullshit. Fucking ridiculous. That's just fucking
John.
convenient.
John was talking to me about that, and I was like, "You're right." It was almost like they haven't been doing anything. They're like, "Oh, fucking Avengers coming in. Get to look like we're busy." Oh,
I know,
shit.
like they just been fucking like they're just welding or unwelding and welding the part back and forth, just milking hours on the clock or something like that.
It's really lazy.
Yeah, that
They're
guy
just
over there's playing
really
Galaga.
dumb.
Anything out of the hex, it feels like it's so artificial and just has nothing, you know? Like it feels like it's shit. It's put together fucking shit. Anything
It
like,
has so much potential, but it fails miserably.
yeah, like anything outside of the hex feels like it's put together really sloppily, lazy writing, the acting is subpar. Sad episode though, you know, to see it all unfold and see all of her trauma and everything, and yeah. And wasn't it really convenient too? Like the one part that we're gonna see the flashback of her childhood is like the day that they chose to speak English as well to practice it. Lovely. A lot of
Yes.
convenient moments for this episode. As if
Yes.
there's a audience at home watching on Disney Plus.
Yes,
But
but
I love how
was kinda-
uber
it was kinda
American
nice.
the parents are, though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
They really like America, dude.
Yeah, as they
It
fucking
was-
should, man. Look at this fucking play.
the connections, I did appreciate the little connection to like her subconsciously making the reality like the TV shows, because that was her happy place as a child.
I wish it was a little bit more subtle instead of like
agreed,
fucking in your
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
especially
It is
watching the
American night.
TV
Tonight
as her
we watch
parents are
American
fucking dead.
TV shows. Looks
Hey,
at camera,
look.
wink, wink.
Yeah. Zoom in on TV. It's like they show us like 3/4 of the fucking episode of I Love Lucy. It's like, all right, we get it.
It was Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, was it? Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Dick
'Cause
Van
remember,
Dyke.
you were like, "How's that motherfucker still alive?"
Yeah, how is that dude still alive?
We're asking the right questions.
Yeah. Oh, is Dick Van Dyke still alive? Vampire.
Agatha Harkness, is that you?
Oh, Jesus Christ. What else happened in this episode? Do we need to run down, honestly?
Her and Vision have some pillow talk.
No, you skipped one. The stone. Stone happened.
Oh,
first.
Baron von Strucker. Yeah, when she's at his laboratory.
So that was a nice bit of new information. We touched on it earlier, but like it shows how she like interacted with the stone, and
But
like
sir,
to make
no
sure
one,
she has a
no one
vision.
survived this experiment yet. I don't care. I'm evil. Remember? Oh,
She
that's
has
right.
A vision of the silhouette of like the Scarlet Witch outfit.
I did appreciate that. Yeah.
So it's
And
like-
also she
it's
sees the
different.
Mind Stone. I think it turns
Yeah.
yellow for some reason. I don't know if it's
Yeah, that confused me. She actually saw through the
Yeah.
scepter up
but
until
the
like it
scepter
was
doesn't hold the
destroyed. Yeah.
Mind Stone. The Tesseract is the Space Stone.
The scepter was the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
That's
they
the
were using the
Tesseract and
scepter.
isn't it?
No. The
Tesseract
Tesseract
is
and the
the
scepter
cube.
are two different things. Yeah, the Tesseract is the
Tesseract
little
is
cube.
the Space
I
Stone.
thought that was the Tesseract.
No.
No.
So,
Oh,
you know,
just-
technically
We're goofy,
speaking,
John.
yeah, Loki has had 2 Infinity Stones at his hands before. He's just been
He
a
has.
bit of an idiot not to realize. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. So that was the Mind Stone in the scepter, and that's what she's
Mhm.
seeing, and that's why it glows yellow. And then she
Her
passes
and
out.
Vision were both created technically by that stone, in a sense.
You think that's why
Unless-
she wants to fuck him so bad?
Or is that
Unless
he's
you're saying she always had
carrying,
powers.
yeah. And the Mind Stone just like amplified them.
Unlocked.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
infinity if not stones persevering?
What emotional
that.
moment that you just ruined, Sly.
Move
I
him
love
to
that.
Waffle House.
I love that meme.
I'll take myself there. I need to shit.
As his punishment.
Waffle House is a
Waffle-
good place to shit, honestly.
No, it's not. That's the
They
last
got
place.
private
I
bathrooms.
didn't go
what do you
that
mean?
far.
They're great.
Hold on. Yeah.
But yeah, she
All their
sees the
bathrooms are
vision.
handicaps.
They're a big
She sees a
bathrooms.
vision, and then that's pretty much where that piece ends. And they move to the pillow talk scene as you described it. They're opening up to each other.
He
They're
comes through the
becoming.
wall and he's like, "Oh, sorry. Were you naked almost?"
Oh shit!
It's
Are
like
you
That would have been
changing?
terrible.
it's like Kelso from that '70s show where he keeps busting in rooms to catch someone
Oops,
naked.
sorry.
Oh, Vision, you perv.
He's like in the closet. Oops, sorry.
He's coming up from the floor and the ceiling and shit. Oops, sorry. God damn it.
As if he couldn't already probably see through the walls, anyways.
Yeah.
Damn, that dude's a G.
Because he's able to peep on women.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, man.
Canceled. Canceled.
That's a vision.
Uh,
Yeah.
Damn.
Women he loves. That's all that matters. It's about love, you know.
Yeah, that's what crazy things for love, right?
Yeah. Like,
Uh,
oh man, yeah. This episode was just like, feels like trudging along. I felt like I was watching Falcon and Winter Soldier vibes right there, and I was like,
Oh,
God damn,
God.
dude.
Yeah. Oh.
What do you think about Agatha having the kids in magic nooses, though?
That was pretty funny.
What'd you think of Agatha's costume?
I don't know. I didn't even recognize her at the end. I was like, damn, she kind of hot though.
She looks way
I know
different.
she's kind of bad as hell. Yeah, the hair changed and everything. I was like, I'd pipe. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why did she let this happen for so long? Like, in what point was she like, oh, now I need to reveal myself and show my true colors? Like, why?
yeah, what was the real plan?
I
here?
don't
Like,
get it. We're still asking so many questions, and all of these are supposed to be answered in the next 30 minutes of the show. I don't know.
I'm bothered because this villain doesn't feel threatening. Again, just like the last, with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I couldn't take, the whatever the hell Flag Smasher seriously. In this case, I can't really decipher what's so villainous about her.
mhm.
She hasn't done anything bad.
She's gonna kill
yet.
these kids that aren't real.
Yeah, up until now, that's the only thing that's like, she didn't really do anything to those witches at the beginning. They kind of did that to themselves, let's face it.
They literally did. She just sat there. They
Yeah.
literally like wasted all the energy. Like, oh, we died. Like, what? Okay.
That's why it's like so upsetting. Like, why didn't they expand on this natural ability Agatha has? Like, oh, for some reason, people just lose their powers to her. She just absorbs shit. Why didn't they explore that?
You know what it probably is? It's probably because they originally pitched the idea as like a cool, like, let's just mimic a bunch of old TV shows, and here's how we're gonna do it. But we'll introduce the villain late, so like we can do most of this for the most of the episodes, and just have like no relation to it, and then we'll start to kind of just ease it in there, and then we'll finally reveal the villain in the last couple episodes, so
You're
that we
right.
still can connect to the MCU and still have like a main villain character.
I feel like they definitely wrote themselves in a corner. Like they're back
Can't
against
help
into a
it.
wall, to where they had like no real plan of what to have. But you're probably right. They probably like, oh, here's this really cool idea where we evolved through the years of television and whatnot.
Yep.
They needed to hint a little bit more about it, like they did from the beginning about like, oh, something's weird here, but it was more just about the hex in general. And so you're like, okay, sure, but they didn't hint enough about like there being this whole other thing inside the hex, Agatha and whatever. It's like you could have planted that a little bit more. Like you made her from the beginning kind of seem sus, but you didn't really do enough to like indicate that she's a villain. It was more like, is she sus because of the hex or because of something else?
Also,
And
I want to
so-
say, just because you go around later in the episode in the series and you say, "Hey, we tricked you audience," just because like you lie to them in the beginning, that's not a good turn. That's not a good like heel turn, to show that someone's actually been evil the whole time. And they're like when they showed like of her where she was just pretending, in that one Halloween episode. When then she like,
Yeah.
she looked in the mirror and it's like, all right, do I look like I'm a normal person or I'm in in a daze or something? Just because
How would she have known that Vision would have flown up to her, though, specifically? You know what I'm saying?
it's just
How
full
would-
of
would she know
convenient
that?
bullshit that happens in
Yeah, follow
action in Marvel movies. It's just, and like just because we're used to it
Retcon.
by now, yeah, I don't know. It's stupid.
The only thing that fascinated me was potentially what she did with Quicksilver or, her brother. That's the only thing that interested me where I'm like, okay, how did she do this? But they didn't show that.
She was able to basically materialize a super.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's like which I can totally understand. Like she like, oh, how are you able to do this thing? Like you want to harvest his power, but also like show some goddamn threat. You know, like fuck.
Yeah, make there be actual stakes, because what you've shown so far doesn't really have me worried or concerned for
Nope.
the main characters yet.
Show
Yeah.
the kids.
Hurt one of them or something,
Yeah.
you know. Make it seem like they're like, show us that they are real or something. Like hurt them, make it look like they're actually going to potentially die, and make it seem like there's stakes here.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Steak.
Do you
Someone say
bleed?
steak.
I mean, like the only thing like that's at stake really is everything that Wanda's done wrong. You know, like she's done the only wrong here so far that we've seen.
Kind of true, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's within the hex at least.
That's true.
From the outside, also, I feel like what's his face is also it's
Hayward?
Like, yeah, they're like trying very hard for them to be like, do not like this guy.
Well, all things considered, the director is a piece of shit. He definitely has some grudge against,
He's more of a villain than she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like
Yeah.
every role he has. He's been typecast as that guy. He's just a douchebag in every role he plays. So he fit the
He does it well.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But
Funny.
I don't really have anything else to say about the episode besides like, hey, super disappointing.
What about the
Likewise.
end credit scene?
Oh yeah, that's like the important part, like the most
It's
important
the
part.
only progress. Yeah.
Yeah, we get a little zoom up of Hayward of him doing some cringy stuff like, haha, turns out we all power source, haha. He's like rubbing his hands together all evil like and shit, and then
Plan the whole
Raccoon
time.
mittens, Yep.
yep, and then they're like, Vision online, and it looks over and it's just like a fucking like
Negavision.
yeah, like literally a black and white version of Vision that like turned on, and he like looks around for a minute in a giant glass tube, and it's like, oh my god.
What does it mean?
Yeah. So
Holy
next
shit.
next episode we get Vision, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd
So,
be lovely.
Yeah. Should
As
be
my
interesting.
closer, I will rate this episode a 7.
For 7?
A
7.
7.
Get the fuck out of here with your 7.
I think, but only because it has brought the possibility, and I will request this out to the entire internet. Sly and Ken already know about this. I had to leave to tell them this one time earlier, so I didn't spoil anything for you. But this has set up the possibility of a Rule 34 with normal vision and negavision fucking each other. And so that's why this episode earns a 7. Back to you, John.
Okay. I rate this a 5.
I'll give it
Uh,
a 6.
Yeah, I guess I'd give it a 6 too. Just
There's
because
our
I'm
rating.
kind of in between.
6. Yeah, it's a rating or 6. That'll be the Foundry review for that episode. What was the name of this episode, by the way? Sly?
Previously on.
Previously on.
Yes.
Okay. Like previously on Wandavision. Like, what
WandaVision.
is this episode's name, though?
Yeah. No. Previously on. Yeah.
Okay, we recapped, but what is the episode name?
The episode
Rule
name is
34
previously on.
visions.
I kid you not. This episode's name is essentially a recap.
It's a fucking bit, man. Got
I know,
you.
I know.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. You guys were awesome. Next episode, that's the big finale, you guys.
Okay.
Everything's gonna unfold. But thanks everyone for tuning in. You guys are awesome. We'll see you guys later. Let us know down below, guys, in the comments what you thought about it. You know, what are your thoughts on the big bad villain, Agatha, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. See you guys
Yeah.
later. Goodbye.
Peace out.
Bye.
Wait.